Hey Morgan, this is John, West Coast Connects. We reached out. Janessa spoke with you on Tuesday, promised this free video, so here it is. I'm going to keep things really short and sweet. Just want to show you 3 tips that you can do to potentially increase your traffic online. So, with that, let me get started. You guys are doing a lot of good things here. You have a click to call in a couple of different places. You have schedule an appointment here. It's really important to have a lot of conversion opportunities here at the top because a lot of people don't scroll below this, so you want a place where people can go pretty easily to convert. So, this is pretty good. The only thing you could potentially get, is maybe like a virtual chat to, increase conversions a little bit more potentially. But, you are doing a lot of good things here. Looking through your site's pretty clean, pretty, I love your logo. That's really nice. The one thing that really stands out is that there's not a ton of content here, and content's super important. Yeah, and for a couple of reasons. The first is so that you could be found for specific keywords, and you are being found for 37. A lot of it has to do with chimney repair, chimney cap, roof leak repair, which is a pretty good one. Storm damage. So Jacksonville roofing, roof repair, Jacksonville, Florida is a good one to rank for, but you're on the seventh page. So there's quite a bit of traffic in Jacksonville. I'm looking at 10,000 searches a month. Roofing company Jacksonville, Florida, being the most with almost keyword with almost 1,000 searches a month. And this is a great keyword to really rank for because it's a buyer specific keyword, right? A lot of people that are potentially looking for a roofing company, that's something that they would type in. So if I wanted to rank for that particular keyword, I would have that as a heading, right? Roofing company Jacksonville, Florida. I would have it within my content. I would even save an image. So even your logo, like instead of it being saved as Morgan logo, I would save that as like roofing, companies Jacksonville, Florida. And it just allows you to rank faster and more efficiently if you have those keywords within your site. And Google likes to see that, and it really helps in those conversions and helps bring you up those rankings. So um, that would be my first tip, is adding those content. And then the more content you have, the more keywords you can be found for. And it also is a ranking factor, right? One of the reasons why sites like Wikipedia and Yelp do so well is because they just have a ton of content. So definitely would be my first tip is to add content, not only here, but throughout your site. Potentially, I didn't see any location pages. Depending on how far you go, and any suburb of Jacksonville that you would potentially want to rank for, you might want to have location pages for those as well. So that would be my first tip. My second tip would just be to continue to build and grow this Google business profile. So really what happens is when someone searches for something, the there's people search differently, right? Some people click on the first thing they see, which is a great reason to, become a Google guaranteed and do these local ads. Google ads are another great thing. You can get above the fold, and people will click on them, and it's for the people that click on the first thing they see. Like they see roofing, that's what they go with. Like you want to give yourself an opportunity to get that traffic. So it's really important to have run ads just to get that variety. Also, these Google business profiles can pull up to 40% of the traffic. So you almost have 1,000 searches here. So roughly 400 searches a month, or like 380 is being pulled by these 3 Google business profiles. So if you can get in that, in those top upper echelon, the top 3, you can pull in traffic that way. And then the organics are really important because you can pull the people that skip all this and go down and read. Like that's another the first spot usually gets about 31%. Typically the top 3 spots get the most traffic, but especially on a keyword like this that has so many searches a month, you can be on the second page and still get a decent amount of traffic. So you know, looking at your Google Business profile, building this up, the one there's really 3 things I would recommend. The first is to add reviews, and there's a lot of ways we found that have been pretty productive. The first one is like sending emails at the end of a job. You can, send an email out and say, hey, look, thank you for being a client. We would appreciate a 5-star review if you don't mind. Here's our review form. Please, help us out. And that's been pretty productive. There are companies such as ours that offer 5-star reviews. We don't recommend this. We can do it if you're looking to build up in a relatively short period of time. We can definitely add those reviews is a great way to really build those up. But we recommend more organic. And then probably the most effective way to get reviews that we found is what we do is we do get a QR code. You hook it to a review form. You print that off, laminate it, give it to your installers, and when they're done with the job, they can give it to the property owner and say, hey, can you please give us a review? And within the matter of seconds, if not a minute, you have a review up on your website. So really effective, really a great way to continue to build and add these reviews. All this information needs to be pretty consistent through the web. A lot of times what we've found is that hours specifically change a lot. And what Google doesn't want is they don't want inconsistencies. What they want is they want to see that different people on different platforms searching will get the same information. So, whether it be your Yelp page or this Google business profile or your website, you want to make sure all that information is pretty consistent. And then last but not least, you want to save photos as keywords and geotag them. So if I was to upload a photo, maybe I upload a photo of a roof, right? I might tag it as this location and save it as Roofing Companies Jacksonville, Florida. And what happens is as you geotag those areas, Google gets an idea of what your search radius is, and you kind of want to keep building and growing and building out. And then as that happens, so does your Google business profile. Last but not least, you want to continue to build up the strength of your site, and that's so that you can get ranked organically, right? And how you do that is you add referring domains that send links to your site. So right now you have 76 referring domains, and those are just websites that are sending links to you. And of those links, 32 are do follow. And do follow are important because they're the ones that send power to your site. And this number 30, this 30 number is pretty good. It's not a bad number. Typically, you want a 1-to-1 ratio. So if this is a 30, you'd like to see that somewhere around a 30. But it's not always going to be it's not always going to be like that. And looking at, your competition, this is Prime Roofing, just to show you kind of what they're doing. They're in the 40s and not quite the 1-to-1 ratio, but both definitely really strong. They have 624 do follow links and almost 1,000 referring domains. They're ranking on almost 10,000 keywords and they're getting almost 6,000 searches a month. Obviously, this is a lot. This is difficult. It's going to take a lot to get to that point, but that's kind of the direction in which you want to head. So I hope this has been helpful and informative. Please feel free to reach out if you have any questions, comments, concerns. We would love your feedback. I also have a link to our Google Calendar if you'd like to schedule a time to meet with myself or my business partner, Jackie. Please feel free to schedule it on at your convenience, and we'll get back to you at whatever time you choose. So with that, have a great day, and God bless.